Seriously, Mikey? That's your battle balloon? I mean, look at it. It's like a pile of trash got caught in the wind and decided to fly. I've got reinforced armor, turbo propellers, and a targeting system.
My balloon may be small, wobbly, and, okay, fine, a tiny bit made out of snack wrappers. And when I throw this fireball, you better believe it's coming straight from the Hardy.
This thing looks even worse up close. Is that a sock tied to the steering wheel? And are those balloons actually losing air right now? Okay, I've had enough of this flying trash can. Let's heat things up a little. Fireballs, away! Looks like Mikey's not going down that easily. Fine, if we're doing this for real, I'm gonna need something stronger than fireballs. All right, let's get serious. I've got the bow, arrows, backup tools, and ooh, a grappling cookie launcher? Nice! Mikey's about to find out what happens when you challenge a fully equipped battle balloon. I'll get a bow and arrow from the crates, but now I need to hurry because I have very little time. Mikey can make an attack at any moment. I have to be ready for this.
Oh, I see you trying to build a bridge, fancy boy. You think you're gonna just walk over here like it's a tea party? Nope, not on my watch. Arrows, fly, balloons, hold steady, and spaghetti-powered launcher, activate. Oh!
You want arrows? Here's some real archery for you. One shot for each of your squeaky balloons. Boom, pop, boom again. And hey, stop hiding behind that rubber duck. Okay, he's more annoying than I thought. You leave me no choice, Mikey. It's time for the big stuff. Opening the red box and bringing out the dynamite.
Arrows everywhere. I'm dodging like a ninja. That one almost hit my last cookie. All right, that's it. You think you can just poke holes in my dreams, JJ? You messed with the wrong balloon pilot. Prepare yourself, because this floating disaster is about to go full blast mode. Say goodbye to your shiny balloon, because here comes the dynamite rain.
Okay, that's definitely not ideal. My left booster's smoking, the side panels are flapping like wet noodles, and I'm pretty sure I just heard a balloon whimper. But panic? No, not today. Time to execute backup protocol number 44. Deploy tiny balloons and grab everything that looks remotely fixable. Let's patch this up before I turn into Sky Pizza. Oh, okay. Damage is bad, really bad. Balloons wheezing, the basket's tilted, and I think a squirrel just flew past me. No time to waste. I've got the mini balloons, the patch kit, and something sticky I probably shouldn't question. Up we go. Gotta reach the top before this thing falls apart completely. Hold on, old balloon, I'm coming. Yeah. All right, time to float back up. Got the mini balloon strapped on, got enough weird tools to build a spaceship, and my calm brain is still fully online. Let's lift this big guy and start fixing before Mikey turns it into flying confetti. Oops. Okay, outer shell reinflated, patching the front panel, stabilizing the flaps, rerouting snack crumbs away from the controls, almost there. Just a few more tweaks, and this baby will be back in the sky like nothing ever happened. Woohoo! There we go, good as new. Well, mostly new. Mikey, you may have won round one, but this battle isn't over yet. Time to turn up the heat, and maybe install dynamite-proof windows this time. Oh, all right, okay. Let's see, left side panel, patched. Rear balloon flap, stabilized. Valves not leaking anymore, and the floor isn't creaking like it's about to collapse. That's progress. Not exactly luxury class, but at least I'm not plummeting to my doom. Now, to reinforce the frame before the whole thing folds in half. A bit of tape here, couple planks there, a structural beam made from, was this a bedpost? Whatever works. Honestly, with how many times Mikey's tried to blow this thing up, I'm impressed it's still floating. Maybe I should name it the Unpoppable. Yeah, that's got a nice ring to it. Okay, top deck looks good. Time to head down to the observation platform and figure out what chaos Mikey's cooking up now. He's always up to something ridiculous. That's weird. He's not launching anything, not yelling, not even giggling maniacally. He can't just disappear mid-battle like a puff of smoke. I don't understand anything because I can't see my opponent right now. He's probably hiding and plotting something.
All right, desperate times call for super weird hats. If I can't hit him from here, then I'll be the missile. Behold, the mighty propeller hat 3000.
Are you kidding me? Did he just try to fly over here with a propeller hat? That was, okay, I can't, ha 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 ha. That's the most Mikey thing he's ever done. He looked like a wobbly potato in a wind tunnel. Oh man, I wish I had a camera. Huh? All right, okay, deep breaths, no more laughing. Time to be smart. If Mikey's gonna keep pulling these unpredictable, borderline insane moves, I need to upgrade this whole platform. Wider deck, stronger sides, better stability, no more almost falling through the floor moments. Let's grab everything I've got and start building before he tries to fly again with, like, noodles and a balloon. Starting expansion now, extending the support beams, anchoring the base, adding railings because apparently dodging dynamite midair is my life now. This is turning into a full construction project. At this point, I should start charging rent. There, look at that. Bigger deck, solid frame, and no more balancing on toothpicks. This isn't just a balloon anymore, it's a battle fortress in the sky. If Mikey's gonna come at me with flying hats and explosive meatballs, he'd better be ready for a serious upgrade. Ho-ho! All right, I've had enough of standing in the open sky like I'm camping on a flying door. It's time to get serious. I'm building a room, a real one, with walls, a roof, maybe even a secret lever or two. This is no longer just a balloon. It's gonna be a deluxe floating fortress. Okay, let's see. Laying down the floor panels, building up the walls, reinforcing everything with extra blocks just in case Mikey brings out a second wave of dynamite. Honestly, this is starting to feel more like a cozy little sky cabin. I might never come down again. Oh, and now, roof installation complete. I've officially got a full-blown sky room. Huh?
Okay, I've studied his defenses, calculated the wind, timed everything perfectly. This is it. Attack plan, super slime surprise. Launching in 3, 2, 1, yep.
Sigh. Classic Mikey. Anyway, back to business. Let's put the chair right here, close to the window so I can watch the chaos in peace. Table goes by the crafting bench. Oh, and a carpet, because why not? This place is officially the coziest war balloon in the sky. He can keep throwing slime. I've got a couch. Let's add a bookshelf right here. Not that I have time to read during aerial battles, but it makes me look smart. Lantern by the door for that cozy glow, and boom, sky rug installed. Honestly, this place is nicer than my real room. I should start charging rent. I am very glad that I have all the necessary furniture. We are working further. I'm still building my balloon. Huh? So far, I'm just starting to equip my balloon, and I hope it turns out to be quite comfortable, because in fact, I'm putting out everything I need to live. So I hope I can make it look pretty cool, unlike Mikey. And by the way, it will be necessary to close the roof before, and then just make windows on both sides so that there is light. It will also be necessary to make at least some windows or just some holes in order for light to get here, otherwise it will be very dark here and nothing will be visible at all. That's why I'm going to do it now, and after I do it all, I'm going to try to make small balls, and then I'm going to try to fly to the one next door, which is where Mikey is now. Ho-ho! But it's in that little balloon that he's in, which I'm going to try to fly to right now. My plan is that I'll just gently fly up and break the whole floor for him to fall and grab this balloon, so to speak, his little one, in order for him to become mine, and of course so that he wouldn't be so close. I'm going to make sure that I succeed. Ho-ho! I'll be able to fly very soon. Now all I have to do is pick up all the balloons because so far I'm not grabbing everything. That's why I'm going to try to take it now and start flying out because I've already been delayed enough and he could have completely burned me down. But so far, everything is pretty stable for me, and now I'm already flying towards him in order to prevent him. I didn't think it would be so hard to grab all the balloons that I made, but in principle it's okay. The most important thing is that they just be able to carry me, so to speak, to the balloon that Mikey is on now. In fact, it's pretty cool, and I can already imagine how surprised he will be by my surprise. Ho-ho! Now it's time to get all these balloons out of here somehow, and in principle, I'm quite ready to fly out in his direction. The most important thing is to fly, because to be honest, I'm still a little unsure about these little balls. It seems like in principle, they hold pretty well, and it seems like it's even safe, so I can safely fly out just the same in his direction in order to break his floor. Woohoo! And now we're rushing to break the floor just the same. It seems like he's right there, and now I think I'm going to do it carefully. The most important thing is to choose the right block. Otherwise, he might suddenly notice and be able to escape. It's like I'm on the spot. You can start braking. Oh, it seems like I flew up pretty conveniently, and in principle, I can start braking it, like I should succeed. But in any case, we'll see for sure now.
Ah!
Well, that's great. I've successfully managed to remove him from this little balloon of his. Now, in fact, he belongs to me. It seems like I saw some small chests there, and I think we should definitely look at them and take away all the most valuable things, and in return, I'll put everything I need. No need! Oh, I see he's very unhappy there, and it seems like he's slowly starting to build up right back here, so I have a fairly limited time to do everything. So now I'm just going to try to do everything as quickly as possible, and then just go back to my balloon. We'll see what's interesting about the chests. Oh, in order to make it safer for me, I just closed both the bottom and the top. And now I'm looking at the fact that there's nothing very valuable here, but the only thing I noticed was the iron. Everything else here is practically not needed at all, and just the same, I will fill all his chests with the most unnecessary, well, you can say garbage. That's why I'm going to be flying out of here very soon. Woohoo! Well, it's like I've done everything. And now I'm rather flying back to my place because I remember that he was trying to finish building and return to his balloon. So now I'm doing what I'd rather return to my balloon and remove all the balloons that I made for our flight. Oh, he's trying to reach his balloon! Woohoo! I think he's actually not in a very good mood right now because I can say I framed him very well, and for now, I think I'll just watch him and see what he does. After all, in fact, I don't really have anything to do either. Oh!
Huh? I'm watching him have a lot of fun there, but I'm actually not having any fun at all right now because I'm very angry because he set me up very badly, and now I'm doing what I'm slowly climbing to the top, right back to my balloon. And I'm going to look around slowly because suddenly he left some kind of trap.
I have a surprise for you.
Huh? Oh no! He started throwing water bombs at me in order to knock me down again somehow, but this time he won't succeed. I'll try to fight everyone off so that they don't get here to me. And even more so, I noticed that my balloon was sinking lower and lower, which would also need to be fixed later. Woohoo! Well, he thought he'd get rid of it so easily, but no! Now I'm going to throw lava bombs at his balloon. Anita, I think it's just much scarier because they can easily set fire to a balloon. Yep. I'm watching the lava slowly start to spread, but I'm not going to get distracted by it yet because I need to somehow raise the island much higher, and I plan to tie just ordinary balls to it with the help of them. Just the same, it will rise just to the level of its ball, and I won't go down hard. I just have balls that I can add to the main ones, and just with this, I will not start to fall even lower and lower, but will just keep the level or vice versa. I will even fly higher, which is exactly what I need. Otherwise, I will just fall to the ground at this rate. Woohoo! At this rate, if I put a few more balls in, then I'll definitely be able to fly higher, and I definitely won't be able to fall lower, and that's actually very cool.
Uh-oh. My balloon is starting to burn. Oh no, I noticed lava there, and I think it needs to be extinguished urgently, because otherwise if I can't extinguish it, I'll just be able to go much lower. So now I'm going to use water bombs to extinguish my balloon, otherwise it's definitely on fire. After all, you can already see what damage it has caused now. I hope that I will definitely be able to put it all out. I really hope so. Oh no! I can only say that my situation is quite very critical right now because apparently this lava has already been there for quite a long time and it has already set fire to my balloon, and because of this, the fire has spread very much throughout it. So now I'm trying to do everything as quickly as possible put it out. Otherwise, I'll definitely be able to lose my balloon, and I don't want that at all. From the fact that I have just the most limited supply of water, I can't just take it and pour it all. Now I have to simultaneously restore the balloon so that it doesn't fall and just rearrange the water every time so that this stream goes to the other side and can extinguish there. I really hope that I will have time to put everything out because the situation is really very critical for me, and I am on the verge that my balloon may just fall soon. Ho-ho! Great, I kind of managed to extinguish the main source of ignition, and now it remains to finish off only the smallest lights. And after that, I definitely extinguished everything to the end, and I hope everything will be fine. Woohoo! Well, it seems like the main part of the fire is really gone. Now I'll put out only small fires, and in principle, that's about it. I was able to put out the whole fire! Although, in principle, I'm sure Mikey is involved in this. I just wonder what he's gonna do there now, because he actually thought that I'd lost everything.
Well, it's working out. I've completely won, and now I can safely lower my balloon. Now I'm just gonna take and put away just 3 balls, and I think in principle I can get down carefully.
Uh-oh. He doesn't understand at all. If suddenly he abruptly removes all the balls, he will fall down and completely collapse. You need to remove them gradually, one at a time, until you go all the way down. Really breaks all the balls. Now we're going to see him fall anyway. Well, as expected, you can never, if you're in a balloon, immediately turn off the burner, for example, or remove all the balloons, because you'll immediately fall down, and that's exactly what happened to him. Well, now it turns out that the victory is definitely for me, because in fact, I still have the ball, and he has nothing. Ho-ho! Now, with the help of water, I'm going to lower myself down and see what happened there. But in principle, in any case, I'm sure that there's nothing left there, and in fact, there are only the blocks from his balloon. I'm JJ, and today we had a balloon battle from the car wash, in which I won because my ball stayed in the air. That's how our wonderful adventure ended.